Yo, it's your boy Lelo Jones, and you watching Lelo in the Garden.
I'm in the garden, chilling in the garden, wilding in the garden. Looking for me, I'm in the garden. I'm in the garden, I'm in the garden. Can't find me in the street, but you might find me in the garden.
Yeah, man, today we just checking in Shadyville, showing you what the deal is. You did what I'm saying? Apologize for all that noise in the bike. You did what I'm saying? They doing that regentrification thing around here, so they changing up all the houses. There's a big old crane and a big crew of people back there working in my backyard. Well, it ain't my backyard, but behind my yard. You did what I'm saying? But we're gonna go ahead and do a little tour of Shady Heights real quick, you know what I'm saying? Then go down there to the lane so you can see what done happened down through there and everything. You did what I'm saying? Then we're gonna come back, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna plant a few things. We'll basically transplant a few things that we've been growing up here, you know what I'm saying? So they can go directly in the ground and let it do what it does. You dig? Yeah, man, off the rip, you see it, you know what I'm saying? Those right there, those are some sunflowers. You dig what I'm saying? Those guys and girls will get replanted, you know what I'm saying? Right here in this area, right before you get to the garden. As you see, the roommates came in and they made it do what it does, cleaned out that fence line real good, and cleared the pathway so I can plant down those sunflowers right here in the sunflower lane. So these are the first round, you know what I mean, that will go down in the ground, you know what I mean. We got some more in here. There's some purple sunflower seeds in there, some marigolds and everything like that. Remember, we sprinkled them marigold seeds out here in the field, but then doggone, I put that cardboard out there, and then everything else started to grow. So we had to go ahead and grow some more marigolds. Put them in the pot and let them rock, and then we're gonna transplant those. You dig what I'm saying? As you can see, I put the trellis up. I told y'all I had the bamboo and we using that fence to put the trellis up, and that's where we put down those pole beans, rattlesnake pole beans. Last time y'all saw them, they might have been busting out the seed, or you might have saw them while I planted them. But look at them now, they're growing healthy, real good. You can see right there, they're already starting to wrap around the pole and wrap around the fencing, you know what I'm saying? That's why they call them the pole beans, because they will run up the pole. These right here, those are those purple hull peas, you know what I'm saying? Those are the ones I had in my mouth just like I did the okra seed, and you can see it, how they're going. Look at those new leaves that's coming up through the top there, you know what I'm saying? Then we got the okra right there. The okra is looking good. Very healthy, you know what I'm saying? We got some bell peppers, they're coming through there, looking real nice, you know what I'm saying? Those cucumbers right here, they are finally starting to kick up right. I got one that we're gonna go ahead and put him in the ground today, you know what I'm saying? The tomatoes are trying to do something. You see them down in there, and you see them in there. Yeah, that's some. They finally making it do what it do, because that rain has stopped and we finally got that heat and that sun that we used to having in Atlanta. You did what I'm saying? So everything is busting. You can see right there that Raven zucchini squash, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to percolate it to grow up, but it done started to curve back over that way. So I'm gonna try to put another bamboo right there and make it go like I did this summer squash. See, that summer squash is going straight up and down, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want my squashes to be on the ground and be susceptible to mildew and things like that, you know what I'm saying? I already got to worry about the little squash beetle that go in there and eat up the stems and everything. So I didn't want to have to worry about my squash being on the ground, so I tried to run it up the bamboo, and it's working pretty good. You see, I have no squash on the ground. My hot peppers, you know what I'm saying, cayenne, they starting to bust up right next to this yellow meat watermelon, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep that in the pot, you know what I mean? Might put it to another pot, but it's doing so good, I think I'm just gonna leave it in that pot and let it do what it do. You dig what I'm saying? If we get some little bit of watermelons on that thing, that'll be beautiful, truly beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Because we can't overtake the space with just few veggies, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see, look at that. Bye. Those dragon fruit, you know what I'm saying? They coming up good, that little baby fruit trees. You see it, he's busting up right. You know, all the other ones are acclimating real nice. You know what I'm saying? We're making it do what it does. Now let's go ahead down here to Shady Lane and see how it's doing this thing. You dig? Alright, as you can see down here in the lane, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? The onions, they starting to bloom out and have their seeds, so that's beautiful. You know what I mean? That lemon mint right there, that thing there busting like a foo-foo, you know what I'm saying? Mint going crazy over here. Y'all remember that sewer we planted? There it is. That's some of it. You see those red vines? That's some of the sewer. You know what I'm saying? That mint taking over. So I need to hit that back a little bit. You know what I mean? Cause there go the sewer. It's trying to do what it do. You know what I'm saying? You see right here, right there. Remember we had that big old dandelion and that nice pretty onion bulb and the seeds and everything. Well, I put those ruminants kind of too close. And one of them made it do what it does, made a meal out of the onions and out of the dandelion. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Got them peppers, they coming up. That trees gave us, you know what I'm saying? I put down them Swiss chard seeds down there. And some trying to come up through there, but I know it's been a little hot. Right here on the inside, that was right there, spinach seeds, you know what I'm saying, inside the cage. That's what I was using the onions for, to shade those spinach, you dig what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna let it do what it do down here in Shady Lane as we get ready to make this raised bed a lot bigger and extended. So you see I'm trying to keep things growing in the midst of transforming everything down here and in the middle of the Muscoffle. You dig? Alright, I'm about to go ahead and do the scratch back, you know what I'm saying? So we can plant those sunflowers, you dig what I'm saying? Put them all right here where I had the goats, you know what I'm saying? Now use that scat where they at treatment, you know what I mean? Let the goats go ahead and excrete that waste, you know what I mean, in place. So they can go ahead and feed some nitrates and some more nutrients to this soil. So now that I can go ahead and put those sunflower seeds and those other plant seeds in here a little bit later on so they can grow up and do what they does. You dig?
And the strawberries I grow be sweeter than some sugar. Tomato jumping, them pepper jumping, Swiss chard jumping, even the kale jumping. In my garden, dog, is really going down. I put them seeds in the ground and now they growing wild. Tomato jumping, them pepper jumping, Swiss chard jumping, even the kale jumping. In my garden, dog, is really going down. I put them seeds in the ground and now they growing wild. In my garden, I got them sweet potatoes, and the holy basil so strong, get a take over your nose.
Just like that, booyah, we got them sunflowers in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are a little bit leggy, as they would say, meaning they're tall and don't have a good root system. That's because there's no pot. So now we're just gonna go ahead and water everything down so we can make it do what it does, you know what I'm saying? And we can help those, like I say, those roots start sucking up some of those nutrients and some of that water. So they can go ahead and acclimate a lot better and a lot smoother and a lot faster to being directly in the ground. You dig? And you see right here, what I did was I wrapped the fence around the bamboo. You know what I'm saying? So that the fence trellis can support these cucumbers right here. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make a good size hole so it won't be so much stress on this cucumber. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm putting it in the ground a little bit later than its other compadres, but as you can see, it's still doing what it do in the pot. So it's gonna be all to the good. See that? Got the most roots I could out of it. No, not the one that damaged too much of the roots. And then we're gonna put it right there in the pot. I mean in the ground, out the pot. You know. Tried to give him some distance from the others so his roots can run. And then I can just let him run right up the side of this trellis. You dig? Bow bow. Now we'll water these before it's all said and done. We'll really water the whole garden before it's all said and done today. So it's all to the good. Got them in there, you know what I'm saying? About to sprinkle some water down. So like I said, it won't be so stressful on the plant. And that and also so the roots can start sucking up that water and those nutrients and start respiring and getting that water through its respiratory system. You dig? Alright, before we sprinkle down on everything, let me go ahead and just show y'all how I engineered these trellises, you know what I'm saying? Since y'all didn't see them and I had people asking me, you know what I mean? Basically what I did was ran the wire the width of itself, you dig what I'm saying? And basically just put some zip ties around it, you know what I'm saying? On some of them I had to put 2 on there and just basically put it on the bamboo, you know what I'm saying? Ran it all the way up, tried to have some good support, you know what I'm saying? Some of the bamboo cracked, so I had to get another piece of bamboo and wrap it around that like a sling type of thing. Can you see it better? I hope so. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I engineered these over here. You can see that bamboo crack. Had to put a sling on it, you know what I'm saying? But it's doing its thing, you know what I mean? It should all be strong enough to hold up those beams, you know what I'm saying? The best way to do it if you're gonna have bamboo is to dry it out first, like this. You know what I'm saying? When you dry it out, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? It's sturdy, you know what I mean? And it's very durable, you feel me? Right here, I did this a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? I just took the wire and kind of rolled it around the bamboo. If you can see that, it kind of like wrapped it around there. You know what I'm saying? All the way down, you feel me? Because I know I needed longer bamboo poles so they can lean against the fence. I mean, lean against the house. So I gotta go ahead, water that little boy right there that we just put in. You know what I'm saying? But this should be a good enough base for those cucumbers. We go ahead and run up this little trellis fence thing, and then all I have to do then is go up underneath like this and pick me prize. You dig what I'm saying? So that's how I engineered that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and put some water down on these plants so they can go ahead and start doing what they do. Alright, as you can see, you know what I'm saying, I got my pot. That's what I water with, you know what I'm saying? And the way I water is I go around the plants. I don't want to go directly on top of the plants and knock them over, you know what I'm saying? I want to go around the plants so that can help that dirt and them roots settle, you know what I'm saying? And it won't be so detrimental onto the plants, because if you beat the plants down while they're already, you know what I'm saying, in a desolate state trying to acclimate to the situation, you're just doing yourself a disservice. You did what I'm saying? So now you want to be as nice and as gentle as possible until these plants go ahead, reroot themselves in the ground, you know what I'm saying, and make it do what it does. You did? Alright, just letting y'all see, we got everything saturated very, very well. You know what I'm saying? Even the things that's in the pot, all the way around from the beans, you know what I'm saying, to the strawberries over here, the cucumbers, to all the tomatoes, you know what I'm saying, to the squash over there, to the watermelons, you know what I'm saying? We got it saturated real good, you know what I'm saying? And you want to water your plants in the morning before the sun comes up and right before the dew dries if you can, you know what I'm saying, and in the afternoon time. Why? Because when the sun is high and it's bright and it's hot, the plants are going through their photosynthesis stages, you know what I'm saying, and some of them are actually trying to acclimate themselves to that environment and that new situation, just like when we transplanted those plants, you know what I'm saying, from the sunflower to that cucumber over there, you know what I'm saying. It would be trying to establish its root systems and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, while the sun is out hot, you know what I mean, and acclimating to the heat and the direct sun, because it has been in a different environment, meaning in that smaller pot, but now it'll be in a new environment, you know what I'm saying. And like I had told y'all in some previous videos, it's just like if you go into one school, you know what I'm saying, all year, and then you transfer to another school in the middle of the next year, you got to acclimate yourself to that new environment, you know what I'm saying, the new kids that's around you, the new people that's around, to the new teachers, to the new way that they handle business, you know what I'm saying, in this new environment. And it's the same thing for these plants. You did what I'm saying. So we got it all together, you know what I mean? Ain't too much to do in the garden nowadays, you know what I'm saying? All the hard work has been done, you know what I mean? It's all about garden maintenance now, you know what I mean? We're just trying to maintain everything, making sure you get the right nutrition that it needs, you know what I'm saying? Meaning the sunlight, the water, and all the micro and macronutrients that's in the soil, you did what I'm saying, to help everything to grow and proliferate, you did what I mean? So that's what we done did, you know what I mean? Got everything watered, you know what I mean? All the way down to the dragon fruit, to everything, you know? Got it all good and saturated so we can start respirating, you know what I'm saying? Respiring rather, and getting that water into its system and making it do what it does. You did what I'm saying? Now y'all be easy, and I'll catch y'all next week. Peace. Yeah, man, if y'all have any questions or anything, make sure y'all find me on the social medias, you know what I'm saying, at Lelo_Jones on the Instagram, you know what I'm saying, Lelo Hype Lee Jones on that Facebook thing, and you can also email me, you know what I'm saying, if you have any questions or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, as well as I can come out, do some demonstrations, teach you about sustainability, as well as installing gardens and teaching families, kids, schools, businesses, and anybody else that want to know about this thing. You did what I'm saying? Now y'all be easy, and I'll catch y'all later. You dig?